What's up, bitches? How long has it been since I've done a video, man? 9 or 10 months? Something like that. I had a friend of mine, girl, not a girlfriend, but just a friend of mine that's a chick. She goes, 9 or 10 months you haven't done a video. She's like, what are you giving birth to a whole new you? And I was like, yeah, apparently so I am, because stuff that's happened in my life over the last 9 or 10 months, I never in a million years ever thought that stuff like that would ever happen. I mean, close encounters of the 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th, 9th, 10th, 12th, 15th, 18th, 25th kind. Yeah, every day, every month, every hour. I mean, I'm so glad that Max Kaiser on one of his programs, and I'll put the link below, had a UFO flyby, because that's exactly what's been happening to me all the time. I mean, I just had to time out, fucking shut down the videos. I couldn't handle everything that was happening. I mean, I got squadrons of them flying by my pad all the effing time. I mean, I'm out in my patio and there's like an electric light show, I mean, every other effing night, you know? It's like, well, what am I supposed to do with this? You know, it's funny because a lot of times on videos and a lot of times on Disinfowars, I'll post information and go, okay, guys, think about it, dwell upon it, like mull over it, see how you feel about it. You know, I'm not going to give you all the answers, and I'm not going to put everything on a silver plate or a silver UFO for that matter. And you're going to have to figure some of this stuff out. Well, I was just served the same stuff. I was served exactly the same stuff. It's like, here, motherfucker, figure this out. So I've been like in this weird time warp tunnel for 9 or 10 months, because I haven't felt like it's been 9 or 10 months. It felt like it's been like 3 weeks to me. And you know, as you get up in vibrational levels, your concept of time just bends, and it's not a linear thing anymore, you know. And that's one of my theories about the elders in China. They're like 265 years old. They're 265 years old, this is my theory, is because their time doesn't move like everybody else's time does. To them, 265 years is like 35 years. And that's why they're still alive and they're so youthful. I mean, that's just one of many different things. But yeah, I mean, yeah, UFOs all over the place. And yeah, they're not aliens. They're not like E.T., Martians, or Greys or anything like that. They're space humans. They're humans from space. They're humans that have lived on other parts of this planet and have remained hidden for thousands of years since the destruction of Atlantis. So, yeah, I've been confronted, I've talked to them, I've been given written informations from them, and it's been the most bizarre thing I've ever had happen to me. So, yeah, I didn't mean to take like 9 or 10 months off of doing videos, but when you're confronted with things like this, it has a tendency to stop you dead in your tracks and really reorganize what you think is real, what you think is possible, and what you think the universe is really about. I mean, I've been shown like holographic technology. I've been shown people that can actually jump through time and space. Like, you'll see them in one location and you'll take a look at them, and then 5 minutes later you'll be down the road, you know, 10 miles, and you'll see the same effing person. And you're like, how in the fuck did that just happen? Well, the people, and I'm really simplistically, you know, deciphering this because I want to get through a lot of material. But yeah, they jump, they're jumpers, they jump through time and space. They're not human, they're not tangible, but the illusion of them is a tangible illusion. So there's all kinds of bizarre stuff. I don't know if I mentioned this, but I'm so glad that Max Kaiser had that UFO flyby on one of his programs, because that's exactly the stuff that's happened to me. And yeah, you know, you guys, I don't know if you are new to this channel or whatnot, but there was a couple of posts on Disinfowars where I titled Feedback Loop Intensifies and the Feedback Loop Intensifies Part 2. I mean, those predictions were so dead on, it's scary. It's scary. It's effing scary. So, yeah, that's my proof, that's my evidence, that's what I've got to share on that tip. Whether you believe it or not, or you don't, it doesn't matter to me. It really doesn't matter. I mean, the planet is going in such a direction that it doesn't matter what anybody thinks anymore. It doesn't matter. The Illuminati are gone. The Chinese and the Russians are running the show in the forefront. Behind them, who's running everything in the space humans. I mean, that's who's running the show. And they're doing things to reacclimate people to how the world should be. But people, the average human, is so disenfranchised, so de-evolved from their true being, that the space humans are a little bit apprehensive on what to do with all these parasites. Humans have become parasites. They become implosions of themselves, and they're deranged. So it's very difficult to get them on the right track, especially after you talk to these space humans. I mean, yeah, I mean, they can throw their energy across the room and you can feel it. I mean, they have telepathic powers, and I don't mean communication, but they can throw their energy from the front lobe of their brain, okay? And if you're standing across the room from them, it feels like someone is punching you. I mean, seriously. And yeah. I mean, I was so riveted by all this stuff, I literally didn't have a sip of booze, not one sip of beer, wine, anything for well over 4 months. I mean, I was just like in a mini spiritual coma for quite a while. And yeah, so that's sort of what's been going on. And I know I've received all you guys' emails. All the supportive emails. When are you going to make a video? We really want to see you talk again. Gotten all that. And I just couldn't get it all together to sort of like make a video. And if you've noticed, this video is a lot different than any other video I've ever done, man. All I want to do is tell jokes. All I want to do is talk about more contemporary issues. Instead of like the Illuminati and what's going on behind the scenes, because everything is progressing on a gradient, or a reverse gradient, where we're sliding back down into what we should be gradually, and everything is positive, everything is great, everything is roses. You know, all the embassies that shut down in the Middle East, they're cleaning those things out, they're cleaning them all out. So it is resocialization. Resocialization is where really recalibration hits the average Joe, the average person. And that really started from the Pope. That was the gradient between recalibration and resocialization when the Pope got his ass kicked out of the Vatican. Okay? And a couple months after that, what did you have? You had AP, you had Benghazi, you had what else? IRS scandal, you have the NSA scandal, you have the continuing explosion or expansion of the NSA scandal. All that's resocialization. That is where the stuff that's behind the scenes is being played out in the public's eye, so the public can really assimilate everything that's going on. And in addition, everything that I've been saying for the last year and a half, okay, David Wilcock just came out and verified, substantiated everything that I've been saying. So yeah, yeah, I'm so spot on about what's going on. And you know, it's done for your guys' interest, man. It's done for you guys to make your guys' lives a lot easier. It's just difficult sometimes when you're talking to people and they don't want to believe you. And then sure enough, a year and a half later, David Wilcock or someone that's famous like him, that's been in the business for 20 or 25 years, comes out and substantiates everything and reinforces everything that you've been saying. So it's a pretty good thing. And so what I want to do with the channel now is take it, go ahead and comment. Comment whatever you want. Ask whatever questions you want. Submit stuff. I'm going to start taking active comments. And ask me anything about anything. Pop culture, stupid stuff on TV, you know, conspiracy theories, obviously, you know, what's going on globally with different stuff. But don't feel like you have to stay in that genre. Bust out of that genre. If you want to ask me something about Kim Kardashian or whatever, in fact, she just got her lips done. She just got her lips done. Yeah, some silicone or some crap in her lips. So, yeah, I got all the tips on that. I just have never discussed that. But now that the space humans are completely in control of what's going on, and they're the most intelligent, benevolent, I'm in awe. I'm in awe. You know, I'm in awe. And I was a kid who, at the first time going to the Vatican, I was 8 years old. I was 8 years old. So I've been born and raised in all of this stuff, man. I mean, when I was 15 years old, I used to go down to Manly P. Hall lectures down at Los Feliz Boulevard in LA. People used to have to drive me down there because I wasn't even old enough to drive. So I've been born and raised in weird, off the wall, and off the wall to most people. But when you're in that sect, when you're in those divisions, all the stuff is normal. So yeah, we're gonna take it a little bit different. spin on this whole site. Not so serious. Not a lot of, I don't know, comedy or whatever direction you guys want it to go in, man. Just comment, leave the comments. I don't mean for this video to sort of be off the wall, but I didn't write anything today. I didn't write any script down. I just wanted to talk off the top of my head. And I'm still trying to put together all this space human aliens. I mean, I just saw a group of ships that I looked at the other night for, it must have been 5, 6, 7 minutes. And they're just doing aerial maneuvers, you know. And I'm seeing them dead on, you know. And yeah, it's pretty crazy. It's pretty nuts. And, you know, I thought for a moment, well, maybe it's my neighbors. Maybe they're talking to my neighbors. Maybe they're saying stuff to my neighbors. But then I was like, after I had the personal introductions, and then after I actually saw ships, like clearly in other locations other than my pad in my general neighborhood, when I'm like 2.5 hours away, and I saw them, just a whole group of them, I'm going, oh, no, this is for real. And then after the information started coming in, and the written stuff, and how it was given to me, and oh my goodness, man, they've got time viewing machines, or they have individuals that are so intuitive that they know everything in time and space. I mean, like that. I mean, they could tell you everything that's going to happen in your life to a T. So, yeah, I don't mean to be jumbled and all over the place, but my mind is like out here. And the ships still continue to be seen. So it's pretty wild. But bottom line, look, comment anything you want. I don't care what it is. Talk about ridiculous stuff. Talk about pop culture. Talk about... I don't care. Ask the questions, because I'm going to start pulling questions. And that's what I'm going to talk about. And that's sort of what the direction of the channel and it's going to be where it's going to, like, go. So if your questions are cool, if your topics are cool, I'm going to pull them and talk about them. And, yeah. Yeah, and you know what the crazy fucking thing is that we're all related to the space humans that are around, man. Yeah. See, our forefathers, when Atlantis was destroyed, stayed. Their forefathers, which are ours, also left. That's the difference. And now they're back. So it's all one big happy family. Never in a million years did I ever think that stuff like this was going to happen in my life. Never in a million years did I ever think that when I started doing YouTube that I was going to have 35, 37,000 views on some of my videos. Never did I ever imagine that my stuff was going to be viewed in like 90 plus different countries. I mean, that's where my demographics are. I mean, I had a guy send me pictures of his baby camel. He lives in the Middle East. I'm like, his baby camel? I never in a million years. I mean, that blew my mind to begin with. But then this was just icing on the cake. I mean, this was 4 feet of freaking icing. It's just an icing cake. There's no cake. It's just icing. It's bizarre, and it's taken me a little while to get my mind wrapped around it, you know, because it infringes upon, doesn't infringe, but you have to recalculate your life, and yeah, you got to figure out who you are first and foremost, and you know, rearrange all the concepts of the universe in your brain. So yeah. Planet's in good hands. Everything is going along according to plan, and is going along according to how much people can handle. And that's exactly what David Wilcock said in one of his last reports. He's spot on. I said it like a year and a half ago when I made an analogy to Americans being a cross-section straight out of heavy metal parking lot. And I said it's going to take time. It's going to be a process. And that's exactly what it has been, exactly what it's going to be. But right now, when you're in re-socialization, it's going to be turned up a lot more. The speed is going to be turned up a lot more. So, yeah, it's, everything is good, man. Everything is really good. And, yeah, space humans, they're here. Okay, guys, comment. See ya.